Johnny Kidd and the Pirates were a pioneering British rock and roll band, best known for their influential hit singles in the late 1950s and early 1960s. They were fronted by the charismatic Johnny Kidd, whose real name was Frederick Albert Heath. The band's distinctive sound and theatrical stage presence made them stand out in the burgeoning rock scene of the time. Johnny Kidd was born on December 23, 1935, in Willesden, North London. From an early age, he showed an interest in music, particularly in the skiffle and rock and roll genres that were popular during his youth. He formed his first band, the Five Nutters, in 1956. They initially played skiffle but soon began incorporating more rock and roll into their repertoire. By 1959, the band had evolved into Johnny Kidd and the Pirates, with Kidd adopting a pirate persona, complete with an eye patch and swashbuckling attire, which became a signature aspect of their live performances. The classic lineup of the Pirates included Johnny Kidd, vocals, Alan Caddy, lead guitar, Brian Gregg, bass, and Clem Catini, drums. This lineup is best remembered for their 1960 hit Shaking All Over, which is widely regarded as one of the greatest rock and roll records of its era. Written by Johnny Kidd, Shaking All Over featured a powerful riff, innovative guitar work, and Kidd's distinctive vocals. The song reached #1 on the UK singles chart and became a rock and roll standard, later covered by numerous artists, including The Who and the Guess Who. Following the success of Shaking All Over, Johnny Kidd and the Pirates released several more singles, including Please Don't Touch, Restless, and I'll Never Get Over You. Although these songs did not achieve the same level of commercial success as Shaking All Over, they showcased the band's ability to blend rock and roll with elements of rhythm and blues, contributing to the development of the British rock sound. The Pirates were known for their tight musicianship and dynamic stage performances, which set them apart from many of their contemporaries. They were one of the few British bands at the time to incorporate a lead guitarist prominently into their sound, influencing the next generation of British rock bands, including the Beatles and the Rolling Stones. Despite their influence and critical acclaim, Johnny Kidd and the Pirates struggled to maintain consistent commercial success. Frequent lineup changes and the evolving music landscape of the 1960s posed challenges for the band. By the mid-1960s, the original Pirates lineup had disbanded, and Johnny Kidd continued to perform with various musicians under the Pirates name. Tragically, Johnny Kidd's promising career was cut short when he died in a car accident on October 7, 1966, at the age of 30. His untimely death was a significant loss to the British rock scene, as he had been one of its early innovators and most distinctive voices. Despite their relatively brief time in the spotlight, Johnny Kidd and the Pirates left a lasting legacy. Shaking All Over remains a classic rock anthem, and the band's pioneering approach to rock and roll has been acknowledged by music historians and celebrated by fans. Their influence can be heard in the work of many later rock bands, and they are often credited with helping to pave the way for the British invasion of the mid-1960s. In recognition of their contributions to music, Johnny Kidd and the Pirates have been honored posthumously, with Shaking All Over frequently appearing on lists of the greatest rock and roll songs. The band's story is one of innovation, theatrical flair, and lasting impact, marking them as one of the seminal acts in the history of British rock and roll. There are thousands of great videos like this on the channel. Please share and subscribe.